The year is 2573. 5 years have passed since the destruction of Earth. The universe has been tossed into chaos and war. Civil war has split two of the largest states. The once unstoppable Covenant is split into three forces. The original Covenant still stands with the leadership of the prophets and their brute followers. But since the elite separation, two additional factions have emerged. The separatists still continue to believe in the Great Journey, but have lost their trust with the prophets, yet still are bent on the destruction of humankind. The heretics, who are led by the Arbiter, continue to fight against the lies of the prophet and have become the protectors of Forerunner artifacts. The United Nations has fallen under a new reign as the Confederate Sons. Ray Corban, the former leader of the United Nations, reorganized and established his dictatorship in 2570. During the start of his reign, he established a large military force that marks the largest military force ever recorded in history. Besides a large increase in military forces, Ray Corban orders for the execution of certain military forces and commanders who are a threat to his power. Most notable of these forces are the elite soldiers of the Spartan program. Upon learning this, Spartan Company Delta Team developed an escape plan to go into hiding. While not everyone was saved during the escape, many survived. The exiles now stand as a separate force against three enemies and only allied with the Arbiter and his heretics.
Hail Blue Haven Central Command.
They're responding.
Put it on screen. This is Spartan 217 of the Mercury, requesting to dock in the Southern District.
Your ship is not in our database.
Not surprising. She's a new class. I'm transmitting you the data of our ship right now.
Very well. Expect further contact with the recycles.
I expect we're not actually going to transmit our specs to them.
Let's just say we're giving them very conservative numbers. Just enough information for them to be content.
Was that a brute?
Yeah, Blue Haven's security forces are mainly composed of brutes. Of course, they hold loyalty to the Blue Haven's government, not the Covenant.
So they won't be giving us any trouble.
As long as we don't start anything. Happy, disconnect our flight computer from the central computer core and transfer over to secondary flight computer.
How come?
While Blue Haven is a neutral world, I still don't want them prying around in our database, so we'll disconnect our flight computer so when they interface it, they won't be able to access anything yet. And by switching over to our secondary flight computer, it'll prevent them from accessing anything in our buffers. Just a safety precaution.
Alright, no problem. Doing it now.
Plus, we have a lot of technology data on the Forerunner in here, and we don't want anyone to get their claws on that.
Not exactly. We're actually using some of that information as our trade.
Are you serious?
Don't worry. It isn't anything serious. It's just metal construction formulas and ancient Forerunner technology on their architect crap.
Wait a minute. Isn't that pretty much, I don't know, useless without Forerunner fabricating technology?
Yep, but that's not what we're going to tell them.
Blue Haven's control is requesting to interface with our systems.
Let them interface with the flight computer.
So what type of planet is Blue Haven?
Well, it's one part city, one part swamp.
So is it either city or swamp?
No, it is a city built in a swamp. The place is usually pretty foggy too. We're approaching the Southern District right now. Excuse me, I'm looking for a merchant named Clint.
I believe you can find him in the gardens over there.
Thanks. Chelsea and Happy, go over there and find some of our supplies that we need. I'll make contact with Clint.